Hola a todos y bienvenidos al segundo vídeo del segundo trimestre del español. Hi everyone, welcome to the second video of term 2 of Spanish. Um, Today, as you can see from our title page here, we're looking at using the verb estar. It is used a lot, but today we're going to focus on just using estar when we're talking about location, talking about where things are. Okay, so let's jump in and see what we mean. So estar means to be, sort of. We're not going to go into all the ways that estar is used because there's a lot. So let's just leave that heading the way it is. You've already seen the verb estar, yeah. When we say ¿Cómo estás? Estoy bien, gracias. We're using the verb estar, yeah. ¿Cómo estás? Here it is. Estoy bien, gracias. There it is again. All right, so that's the verb that we use when we're asking how somebody is. That's the verb estar. So you've seen this verb before. I'm just going to show you a new way you can use it today. Here's all of our conjugations. So we've got yo estoy, tú estás, él está, ella está, usted está, nosotros estamos, vosotros estáis, ellos están, ellas están, ustedes están. Okay, so that's just different conjugations. The ones we're really going to be looking at today, the most of, are the first three. Yo estoy, tú estás, él o ella está. And they're just the most common ones. One thing I just want to point out very quickly before we move on, you've got accents here. Yeah, estás, está, están. It's really important when you're writing Spanish that you write those accents in, and then when we're saying the words that we place that vocal stress on the second syllable. Yeah? So it's tú estás, ella está. It's really important because if you don't put the accent there, especially when you're writing, it's a different word, which is a problem. You want to write the word that you want. So there's accents in estás, está, and están. Please remember those. All right, so moving along. So I mean, this is one that you need to try and remember. You've got to remember those different conjugations because estar is an important verb. You'll be using it a lot. So estar and location. So this is the verb that we use when we talk about where something is. All right, so we've got some examples here. Yo estoy en casa. I'm at home. Literally, yo, I, estoy, am, in casa, house, home. So I'm at home. ¿Estás en casa? ¿Estás en casa? Are you at home? Yeah. Ella no está en el instituto. She is not at school. And ellos no están en el restaurante. They are not in the restaurant. So there's a couple of things there. You can see that we've got the different kinds of estar. Yo estoy, estás is for tú, for you, ella no está, ellos no están. Right? So we've got a different form. Estoy, estás, está, está. If you want to make it a negative sentence, you put the no first. Ellos no están, ella no está. That's a negative. One other thing as well, you can see in the English, you've got at home, at school, in the restaurant, at, in. So you've got a couple of different prepositions you need. In Spanish, there's only one. It's just en. En casa, en el instituto, en el restaurante. So it's actually slightly easier there. And I think that there's nothing tricky there. Like this is a pretty simple structure. It is what it looks like. Yo estoy en casa. I am at home. Estás en casa. Are you at home? Okay. So I don't think that's particularly tricky. Okay. Nothing super hard there. Just a matter of remembering which one goes with which. Remembering that estoy is for yo and estás is for tú. To ask questions, right? So the question word we're going to focus on is donde. Donde. And donde is the question word that means where. Okay, so a couple of examples. Looking at our first one here. Yeah, ¿dónde estás? Where are you? Now I don't need a tú in there because I know that estás it means you are. So ¿dónde estás? Where are you? ¿Dónde están? Where are they? I don't need to say ¿dónde están ellos? Because I know that están is they are. And last one here, ¿dónde está tu profesor? Where is your teacher? So one thing about donde, again, there's an accent. If you notice, there's an accent over the O. Donde. That's important because donde means where. Donde with an accent is the question word where. Donde without the accent, that's the word where when it's not a question. And you might be thinking, well, hang on, when is the word where not a question? I'll give you an example. So if you say a sentence like, that is the school where I work, right? In that sentence, the word where is not a question word, right? That's the school where I work. And in Spanish, that would be esa, that, esa es el instituto donde trabajo. And in that sentence, the donde has no accent because it's not a question. We're not focusing on that today. I just want to let you know when we're using donde as the question word, so we must have an accent there on the O. All right, ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde están? ¿Dónde está tu profesor? Accent because it's a question. You'll see that again. You'll see that again with other question words too. So we're going to do un poco de geografía, a little geography. So I'm hoping you remember the names of the countries. We have looked at them. You're going to need them. Remember, many of the names of countries in Spanish, like Australia, either exactly the same or practically the same in Spanish as in English. So other examples of ones that are very similar, for example, China. China, I'm sure you can work out which country China is. Indonesia, Malaysia. These are all not very different. Japan. Staying in Asia, can I think of another? Thailandia, Vietnam. Yeah, these are not very different. There are some though that aren't very similar. So let's have a look at some of the examples I've got here. So we've got los Estados Unidos. Estados, states, Unidos, United. So same thing, just slightly different. England is Inglaterra, Spain, España. New Zealand, Nueva Zelanda, which is not that different. France, Francia, pretty similar again. Germany is quite different though. Germany is Alemania. That's a harder one to remember. And Morocco, Marruecos. Now, why am I giving you the name of countries? Well, we're going to play a game. ¿Dónde está? Where is? So the question is, do you know where these cities are? I'm going to try and test your geography. Okay, we'll start with something easy. I'm pretty sure you know where that is. So, ¿dónde está París? ¿Dónde está París? París está en Francia. Kind of hoping you worked that one out. París está en Francia. ¿Dónde está Nueva York? ¿Dónde está Nueva York? Remember, the name of this country is a little bit different in Spanish to English. Nueva York está en los Estados Unidos. ¿Dónde está Berlín? Berlín está en Alemania. I had a nice picture. I'm not sure what's happened to my picture of Berlin, pero bueno. There we go. There it is. The Brandon Drake guide. All right. So, ¿dónde está Berlín? Berlín está en Alemania. Alemania is Germany. I hope you remember. All right. So, again, this pattern, it's not complicated. It's not hard. It's just a pattern to remember. Yeah? ¿Dónde está Berlín? Where is Berlin? Berlin está en Alemania. Berlin is in Germany. It matches English pretty much exactly. ¿Dónde está Buenos Aires? Buenos Aires está en Argentina. Buenos Aires es la capital de Argentina. Buenos Aires es la capital de Argentina. Buenos Aires is the capital of Argentina. So a little bit more detail. Now, when you're talking to people from Spanish-speaking countries, so people from Spain, from Latin America, if you're talking to them about Australia, for example, about where you live, which is fair enough, it's very uncommon for people from Spain or from Latin America to know very much about Australian geography, which is fair enough. I'm sure if I asked you to locate where cities are located in Argentina, or Chile, you'd find that pretty hard. And for those guys, it's the same. Like they don't really know where Sydney is or Darwin or Perth. They may have some idea, but most don't. So if we want to give more detail on where something is, compass directions help. Right? That's why I've got my compass directions here. Again, these are very simple. Right? They're very easy to remember, very similar to English. So let's have a look at what we've got. Norte, sur, este, oeste. So I think you'll agree that's pretty similar to the English. Sur is maybe slightly different. All right, so I'll go through it for the pronunciation one more time. Yeah, north, norte, south, sur, east, este, west, oeste. You got the oe, oeste. If we'd like to go a little bit further, have a look at those ones that are in between. Again, very similar to English. Noreste, noreste, sureste, suroeste, noroeste. Okay, so northeast, noreste. It's the same as English essentially. Very, very easy. So this shouldn't be too hard for you to remember now. So let's have a look at how we used some of those in practice. So I've got my little map of Australia there. So you can see over here we've got el este de Australia. So it's exactly equivalent to the English, the east of Australia. El norte de Australia, el oeste de Australia, el sur de Australia. So if you want, if someone says, yo vivo en Darwin, I live in Darwin, the Spanish person is going to say, ¿Dónde está Darwin? ¿Dónde está Darwin? You could answer, well, Darwin está en el norte de Australia. Darwin está en el norte de Australia. Darwin is in the north of Australia. All right. ¿Dónde está Brisbane? ¿Dónde está Brisbane? Brisbane está en el este de Australia. Yeah, and that's what I'd say about Coffs Harbour as well. ¿Dónde está Coffs Harbour? Coffs Harbour está en el este de Australia. So that's about all I wanted to do. Ya estamos. We're done. As always, if you've got any questions about it, you can get in touch with me through our Google Classroom or through email. Good luck with your Spanish. This is Mr. Dunn saying hasta luego.